Hey everybody, welcome back to Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my horror haul. Now this is going to be for September and August because I didn't do one in August. I just didn't pick up a lot of stuff in August that I felt was like worthy of doing a full video. So I'm kind of scrunching these together and I'm going to do one, it's not going to be super long, but one longer video instead of just doing a shorter one and then a shorter one because I really just didn't have a lot. And so we're going to get right into it. So I did miss last week fully of videos. I did do the Hellraiser thing, but that was like on the precipice of me getting super sick last week. So I did not cover Don't Worry Darling. I probably won't. With all the stuff kind of going outside of the movie going on and the movie just kind of being mediocre, it seems overall. Maybe I'll watch it one day, but it also wasn't super horror. So it was more like thriller suspense, I think. So I didn't feel the need that I needed to like cover it right away. And like I said, I had an upper respiratory infection and a sinus infection all week. So I am gonna get back into filming videos this week. Hopefully my voice does kind of clear up over the next couple days because we got a lot this week. We've got The Monsters tomorrow, we've got Smile, we've got My Best Friend's Exorcism, we also have Hocus Pocus 2. So we got a lot this week. So of any weeks to get sick, it was last week. That was the good week to get sick, I guess, you know, whatever. So let's get right into the horror. So you're gonna see me look down. That's me just grabbing these movies. So I'm gonna start with my Arrow pickups for the month, and I'll try and put these as close to the camera as I can so you can see them, but we'll see how it goes. So the first one is gonna be Shock. If you haven't seen this, this is also on Shudder, I believe. This is a great movie. I've seen it once or twice. It's just been a long time, and I wanted to cover it on the channel, so I wanted to go and pick it up so I can actually watch it in kind of the best format that's available right now. So look for this, you know, in the coming months. It's not something I'm doing like right now, but in the coming months I'll try and cover that. And then one that I have already covered, which is a awesome cover. It's kind of got this shiny look to it, is and it's got the old cover. I put the old cover on it from the 90s, if you can see that. Sorry if this thing is not doing it. It's weird. I'm not that far away, but it still is weird. I'm still getting used to using this camera for stuff like this. But this is Flatliners. So I'll put a card up at the top if you haven't checked out my Nightmare Flashbacks episode of Flatliners. I really enjoy this movie, and so I picked it up to cover it, and I was excited to get it in 4K. This is a 4K release from Arrow, so I was excited to get that. So that's all my Arrow pickups for this month, the last 2 months, I will say. Let's get into the Scream Factory stuff, which is, I'm sure, the stuff that everybody's excited about and the stuff that everybody likes overall. More mainstream kind of horror stuff. So I picked up The Howling. So I'm going to be covering this in a Nightmare Flashbacks episode, hopefully soon. Maybe the next month or so. I just rewatched it, so I'm going to be getting into that. I also then got the Steel book for The Fog, and this thing's awesome. I did a little short about this, but this thing is super cool. I have not rewatched this. I also want to do a Nightmare Flashbacks about The Fog, and so I'm looking forward to that. That should come out in the next couple weeks. I will film that this week, so I just got to edit it. And then one I picked up recently because it went on like super sale is The Fun House. This is Tobe Hooper, I believe, directed this. Yeah, I watched this the other night. I hadn't seen this but one time when I was like a teenager, and I think most people kind of forget about this slasher. Overall, I really did enjoy it. Again, it was a fun little movie, so definitely check it out. I don't know if it's still on sale on Amazon, but it was like $20, and it just came out relatively recently, so I definitely picked that up instead of the $36 that it cost. All right, so we're gonna get into the next two ones. So I just got this yesterday, as of yesterday, which is Poltergeist. I know it's kind of hard to see because this blinding light on this, but I got Poltergeist. It's just a weird cover. It's blinding light. They even have stickers all over this thing being like, hey, your eyes are gonna burn out of your face if you're epileptic. So if you're epileptic, be careful. But this was awesome. This might be the best transfer of the year so far. So from what I've watched, this thing is amazing. They put a lot of care into Poltergeist, so I'm glad that turned out well. Now these I have not watched yet. I picked them up on sale, and so I'm excited to get into them, and that is the Universal Classic Monsters Icons of Horror. So this is Dracula, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and the Wolfman. This is awesome. I know they're coming out with a second set, I believe, in October as well, so hopefully you can get that, but this thing is super cool, and I'm excited to pop these in and go over these. Some of my favorite movies I do have, if you can kind of see in some of my videos, I do have the Steel books back there of the Blu-ray releases, so I love all of those. All right, so the next couple I've got are gonna be steelbooks. I'll just go ahead and put these in my laps, and I really like these. So I got this Pet Sematary Mondo one. This thing is super cool. I really like this thing a lot. It is awesome. And Pet Sematary is one of my favorite Stephen King books and adaptations. This, along with Salem's Lot, are my favorite. So, like I said, eventually I'll do a Stephen King thing down the line. And then I also was able to pick up this, finally. I missed this when it came out last year. They just sold out, and it was like $90 on Amazon. I just really wasn't going to do it. But I finally got the Halloween Kills steelbook, so I'm super excited for this. That's what's missing from my shelf. I stuck Stephen King up there for right now, but these are the ones that and Pet Sematary what's missing from up there, so that's why they're kind of blank, and my Fog one goes next to my Halloween steelbook. So then I got a couple other ones. I got Crimes of the Future, which it was okay. I mean, I like David Cronenberg a lot, but it was kind of fine for me. It wasn't great overall, so I didn't feel like I needed to talk about it, but I did pick that up. I also picked up a couple collections. I picked up, this is from Vestron. They do a lot of cool stuff. I picked up the Wishmaster collection, so that has all of those. Now, granted, only 2 of these are really worth watching, but, you know, whatever. I got them. And then I got the Phantasm Collection. I do have the steelbook of the first one remastered, but it doesn't have an Atmos track, which was weird. This does, but this steelbook doesn't. Even they came out like around the same time, so I don't know. I've never really seen the last 2. I didn't see Ravager and I didn't see Oblivion. I've seen the first 3, and I really like the first 2, and the third one's okay. But I do want to cover these eventually, so I saw this and I thought it was a cool cover, so I picked that up. Sorry, that's all my horror pickups for this month. And so the last ones I have are not horror related, but if you like physical media, I'm going to kind of throw these at the end from now on, just because I do pick up some physical media that's not horror. So I thought I'd throw these in at the end of the video so you could kind of see what I got. All right. So I picked up the 30th anniversary of Ferngully, and I actually did watch this the night that I got it, and dude, it looks amazing. It's crazy. I mean, that movie's hand-drawn with a tiny bit of CGI, but they did a lot of work to that movie to kind of bring that forward. And then one I missed in July, because I got it at the tail end. I got it after I made that video, is I got the Bob's Burgers like steelbook from the movie. I'm a huge Bob's Burgers fan, and so obviously I don't talk about that on this channel because it's horror, but I did pick up this Best Buy exclusive steelbook. And then last but not least, I got Heat, because I love this movie, and I haven't even opened it yet, but I eventually will like to watch this when I have 3 hours to sit and absorb this. But I'm super looking forward to this movie. And that's pretty much it. You know, I'm looking around and I think that's all I got. I may have missed one somewhere along the lines, but I feel like that is everything that I got last month. If I do miss anything that I find later, I'll just throw it in with the October one. But that's pretty much all I got today. Thank you guys for sticking around. Again, sorry for my voice. I hope it gets better for the reviews that are coming forward. If not, I do apologize. You just have to stick with my raspy voice for the time being. But like I said, that's all I got. If you like what I do, consider becoming part of the collective. Check out some of my horror reviews. We recently did Pearl, Barbarian. I got a lot coming up. And so, like always, don't forget, some doors should never be opened.